And we begin with last night's primary results and the closely watched Republican Senate race in Ohio. So NBC News projects Trump-backed Bernie Moreno has won the GOP primary in the Buckeye State. Moreno beat out two other candidates by a considerable margin. State Senator Matt Dolan, who was endorsed by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, and Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose. Moreno is a former car dealer and blockchain entrepreneur. He was endorsed by Donald Trump back in December. His win reflects Trump's ability to influence the outcome of contested Republican primaries. Moreno will now face incumbent Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown in November. Jen Palmieri, I know possibly some Democrats think this is a good outcome. I'm always leery of gaming things out, but in a way, this is it never works when it matters. But I'm wondering, though, this is a good race for Sherrod Brown to run.
Yeah, and the Brown team has been preparing for this. They were out with a video defining him last night. Like, this is Bernie Moreno. This is who he is. This is where he is on women's rights, on abortion rights. And it's a difficult. Ohio's a really tough race. Biden lost there. Clinton lost there. It has been. Obama was the last Democrat to win that state in a presidential race. But Sherrod Brown manages to hang on, and it's a very organic. Ohioans are used to voting for Sherrod Brown. Tim Ryan ran a great race in the Senate 2 years ago, and he ended up losing. But Tim Ryan had never run statewide before, and there's a connection that Sherrod Brown has. I mean, he is the working class voter, right? He has a connection to Ohio voters. He's incredible on things like constituent services. People are used to voting for him, and I feel like if anybody's got the chance to hang on in a state like Ohio, it's Sherrod. And Republicans there, the Republicans that do well. Mike DeWine, a kind of mainstream Republican, not really a Trump Republican. It is, that's like kind of the Midwestern Republican Party, establishment Republican Party that does well there. So, we feel like Sherrod's got a great chance.
Yeah, to the point, it's certainly mainstream Republican Party, except they also just voted for J.D. Vance as senator there in Ohio. Sam, let's talk about this race. And we should note that Senator Sherrod Brown will join us on Morning Joe a little later this morning to talk about the campaign to come. This is a real pickup opportunity for Republicans. They believe the Senate is so tight, and Democrats have all but conceded that West Virginia is going to flip. It'll go red. And therefore, the Republicans only need to get one or two more. One of two, really. It's either Ohio with Sherrod Brown or perhaps Montana going after Senator Jon Tester. What's your read on this race, on not just the Brown versus Moreno matchup, but also how this candidate shows again this is Donald Trump's party?
Yeah, I mean, people really need to understand, because Joe Manchin has retired in West Virginia, that seat is all but certainly gone for Democrats, which means it's basically a 50-50 Senate. And in that case, all Republicans have to do is flip one seat. And Democrats really don't have a viable pickup opportunity, as in an opportunity to flip a Republican-held seat. So, to your point, Jonathan, main opportunities for Republicans right now, Ohio and Montana, but there are others. It's a tough road for Democrats this cycle, an extremely difficult map. With respect to Ohio, yeah, I mean, if there's ever a candidate that will defy the trends of the state, and it's trending very red. It's not, it's hard to imagine, but it was the quintessential battleground state not so long ago. Now that's not the case, but it would be Sherrod Brown. Obviously, he's got roots in the state. He's won before, but those were relatively easier cycles. 2006 was a Democratic wave. 2012, he was with Obama on the top of the ballot. 2018 was backlash to Trump. This is a very different cycle for him, so it's going to be tough. I will say, when you talk to Democratic operatives in D.C., they feel like, if anyone's going to defy it, it's Sherrod Brown. Bernie Moreno was the candidate that they wanted. And they point to the fact that Trump has a great record of picking candidates in primaries. But those candidates do not have a great record of going on to win in general elections. The last cycle is proof of this. Blake Masters, Herschel Walker, Dr. Oz, all candidates for Senate that Trump got behind, all of whom lost winnable races. That was a different cycle, but it was supposed to be a
Yeah.
Republican cycle. This one will be tricky for Sherrod.